Okay, well, first of all, I want to thank Betty Libby for doing our pre-meeting with a discussion of her tour at Santa Nympha. Um, it sounds fabulous, and you want to go back right away, right, Betty?
Absolutely.
She was telling me earlier that she was there with her husband and her son and daughter-in-law and their grandson, aged 9. And tell everybody what your grandson said at the playground.
Um, in Santa Ninfa, he wanted to stop at the playground and run around for a while. So he met up with two little boys who he didn't speak any Italian and they hardly spoke English. They knew a few words. But he came back and he said, Nani, that boy called me brother. And he was so thrilled. He was thrilled by that.
And then the other thing, he also pulled at your heartstrings a bit.
Right. He said it was really good to see where my family came from. So, oh yeah.
If only my grandchildren would say the same.
That's a big tour. It may be nice to organize, and I will love to do it to organize a tour, grandparents and grandkids.
Yeah,
this is amazing.
So
that's a great idea.
I've never done it.
We currently have 14 participants. It looks like Betty Libby was the first in, then Dean and Joanne came about the same time, and Eleanora shortly thereafter, and Jim and Sheila and Eileen and Fred. Hey, Fred. And Tammy and Jeremy and Mary Kay and Salvo Faletti from Dublin and Stephen Hugg. Stephen, you turn your camera off. Are you still with us? You're muted too, sir.
Yeah, I apologize. I am en route to another meeting in Omaha, so I couldn't miss the inaugural invitation that Sherry had sent me this meeting, and I wanted to make sure I logged in. It's my first time here, so I didn't want to miss it.
That's why she's not around.
Stephen, are you any relation to Gene Hug?
I am related to Gene Hug. He'd be my oldest, my dad's brother's oldest son in Omaha. So
good to know.
There's a couple of Hugs in Omaha I am not related to, but my dad came from a family of 10. But I first and foremost, how exciting, because I will tell you, I have my own opinions of, my mom grew up in South Omaha and married my dad. They were married 72 years. And she, they didn't talk a lot about their Italian heritage. And I oftentimes wondered why. And I thought maybe some of that was just what you guys mentioned earlier in the discussion. So thank you for the invitation. I am going to be, I'm excited to meet you all, and let me be an observer today. And Nick, I know you've done a lot of work with my brother on our family tree. I sent you a link to my ancestry.org so you can see it. And maybe at another time I can go into more detail.
And they will give a big hug to Sherry for us.
Thank you. My great-grandfather is an immigrant from Palermo, Italy, according to the immigration papers. So when you guys mentioned Palermo early, it's like very excited. And, it's like, this is, we joined we're active members of the Sons of Italy in Omaha. So you'll see me at every monthly meeting.
Oh yeah. Palermo is one of my favorite cities in Sicily.
Yeah, we were very excited this week when we booked our tickets to Omaha. We're going to arrive on Thursday, August 3rd, and depart on Monday, August 7th. So we'll be there for 4 nights, and looking forward to seeing all of you in Omaha if you can make it.
I'll be there.
I'll be there.
All right.
Today I was thinking about a question that I have never asked so far. In which way each one of you feels, if I ask, in which way do you feel Italian? I'm so curious to listen to the answers, because it's a deep question. It's not just a name. Is there someone who wants to answer? In which way
Let
do
me
you
just
feel
start off
Italian?
briefly. Two things for me: learning the history and learning to speak Italian. I'm not like Fred, who heard Sicilian spoken in his house growing up. We didn't have any of that. So Freddie, you better speak Sicilian to us.
Io mongosaccio niente.
Non è vero.
I don't know anything I said, Nick.
Pinocchio, sì.
Nick, I won't be able to make
tutti.
I won't be able to make it this year because we're in training camp. Everything starts in August. So I'm hoping the 100th is going to be hopefully in July next year.
No, the
Yeah,
100th will be in August as well.
Yeah, won't be able to make it.
So they used to have Santa Lucia in June.
They used to have it in August in the old days growing up.
Yeah,
It used to be all over the place.
Yeah, I remember it in August as a kid.
It was like 3 weeks long, and then 2 weeks long, and then a week long. So, I mean, then now it's down to the Thursday to a Monday, and they're trying to get it back to
a week.
And it really depends on the city. It depends on the city, and it depends on where we're located, because we've moved several sites around the whole city of Omaha. So,
Joanne, that 10th Street location is perfect because it's right in the neighborhood. I love it.
It is. It's perfect. It works well with the church.
Loved it.
It's funny because people would always say that, you know what, we have ants all over the city of Omaha for that arch, and we do. We have them downtown in the streets. We had them at Exarban. We've had them at the zoo. We've had them all over the place. So, yeah, we're kind of vagabonds. So hopefully we get to stay where we're at. So,
is there someone who is planning to move the festival somewhere else?
No, well, we were down on what they call the river, down on the riverfront, on that landing there.
But it's far from San Francisco.
Right. And they redid, the city went and redid all of that downtown. So all of the construction. So that's kind of why we were able to move to 10th Street. And then it's still under construction. And now they have all of this stuff built down there. When you drive down there, it's like, I don't know where they think they're going to put people back down there. So we're hoping we can just stay where we're at, because it's more, it's just, it just feels more family the way that we have it.
It's the heart of the neighborhood. It's like for us in Carlentini, it's impossible to think of the Festival of Santa Lucia far from the church where the statue is gathered all year long. So the position of the statue and the church itself, this is the main reason why to make it there.
And we're hoping that because of the sister city and with our mayor being, so supportive of that now, like, they understand what our festival is and that this is where we should be. So
yeah, because the last week tour, Sherry and Marianne, Marianne Sofaio, they were explaining us how the tour went. The idea is to ameliorate and add more artistical beauties in Little Italy. So that must be the neighborhood that needs to be developed.
Yes.
But I'm asking you, because here maybe you represent a little portion of what's the bigger portion in Omaha. Do you prefer August or July? Because next year, I think that when the Festival of Santa Lucia will be, because it's the 100th anniversary, it will be the same moment when we will celebrate the formal signature, the formal ceremony to become sister cities. So I hope that it won't be too close to our Santa Lucia, because at that point, our Santa Lucia is always the last Sunday of August. At that point, our mayor want to be there because mayor has to be during the festival here.
So yours is the last Sunday in August? So
it's not the last Sunday of August, it's the fourth Sunday in August.
the fourth Sunday?
Yeah, sì, the fourth. Grazie, Salvo.
And if I'm, they haven't really released him yet, but they have been talking about him because we keep telling them, I'm on the 100th committee, we keep telling them we need to have those dates because we have to work with people to, you know, because we want to make this special and we got to tell these people, you know, this is what we're looking at. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be that first week of August is what they're looking at.
It's important to let it be a habit. For example, there are people contacting me to come and present their products. So if we know that every year is at that time, people, they can organize themselves.
Yes. And that's what we're trying. That's what we're trying to do. So hopefully if we stay in this location, the city, we're not dictated by the city, whereas before we were more dictated by the city because of all of the other events that were happening at that time in the same location. So nobody's in our location but us, so maybe that'll work better for us.
It's
okay.
It's also
So,
cooler.
and I received a phone call from Todd Procopio regarding the genealogy room at this year's festival. And he had indicated that there was some kind of a leadership meeting and that they were going to discuss it. But I was at dinner, so I really didn't have a chance to talk to him at great length. Do you have any idea when that leadership meeting would happen? When we should expect to hear? I don't want to bug him, but
you could bug him. You could definitely bug him. He's talking about the executive committee. We have a 100th meeting tomorrow, and he'll be at that, so I can ask him when the executive team meets. But I can also put a bug in his ear and see if we can figure anything out too. So
yeah, that would be great if you could maybe put a bug in his ear, because I'd like to get it nailed down as soon as possible so we can work out the logistics. If we're in the same room we were in last year, our plans will not be quite as grand as what we had sort of envisioned, which is okay. I mean, it worked out fine last year, and I'm willing to do it again in the same location. But if we could get a slightly bigger room, it would be nice.
Okay, let me see what he has to, what I can find out for you.
And Mary Kay is our local contact. I gave him Mary Kay Lynch's contact information. You haven't heard from him, have you, Mary Kay?
No, I haven't heard anything. I knew about the meeting coming up, and I knew they were going to make some decisions. But no, I have not heard.
Okay. Yeah, I told him you would be the local contact. You know, at one point, Mary Kay had offered to call the church office and either talk to Father or to the church administrator. But we wanted to hold off pending whatever Todd would come up with.
Father Zerline still the pastor?
Yes.
So going to the topic of the festival, there is an importer from Chicago. He's a Sicilian who bought a month ago olive oil from Sicily and is willing to come to Omaha to sell it. So I hope Sherry was like, oh yes, finally we can have our olive oil. Okay, as long as you're happy. Well, let's start with that first. And then I would like to prepare tiramisu. So I called Todd. In those days, we were talking a lot about those things. And obviously the ceremony and the donation that we are organizing for the elementary school. And the day after tomorrow, it will be an official presentation made by Mayor Stefio to ask officially to all the producers in Carlentini if they are willing to export their products to Omaha. So at that point, we have to help them how to obtain the labels and all the bureaucratical things behind. So since that inch by inch things are moving forward, and then 2 days ago I received this. Look how small it is. I did it. It arrived. It's as small like that. It's the pastificio. I haven't
Oh, you ordered it. Wow.
Yeah, I wanted to do it with you. It's so fragile. It's like very old. Yeah. And you know, it's funny, guys, that the same day while we were looking at those postcards of Mr. Hoepley signed by him, in the same moment, Juicy Shaka, our friend, she was in Milan presenting her book inside the Hoepley Library. Isn't it a coincidence? Wow. The same day.
That gives me chills.
My goodness. And then I sent her the signature written by the owner, the original one. And she was like, oh, thank you. That's a beautiful gift. I said, this is not my gift. That's our group gift. Oh, well. That's so small. What is in a letter? I don't know. So it seems to be Ulrico Hoepley, Milan 1921. Macaroni. So, yeah, I will share some pictures with you.
Okay, good. So last night, Dean, are you
Here
conscious?
she is. Ciao, Giusy.
Like you were falling asleep. Ciao, Giusy. We were just talking about you.
Talking about you, exactly.
Ciao, Giusy. Ciao, Savannah.
Ciao ragazzi,
Hi, I'm monitoring for the moment. I'll be back.
We were just talking about you and
La gioia. Mi è arrivato il libro, questo piccolino.
Qual è? L'industria del pastificio di Renato Rovere.
Sì, quello di Hoepley del 1921 che parlavamo la scorsa settimana.
Bellissimo.
Ma è in italiano questo?
Sì, sì, è in italiano.
Bellissimo.
Vedi?
Sì, sì. Industria pastificio.
E parla di tutte le forme di pasta.
Ah, ho capito.
E dei macchinari.
All the forms of pasta.
Sì, and all the machines that we need to make them.
So chi l'ha scritto questo libro? Chi l'ha scritto?
Yeah, this is the book that Joanne's grandfather had ordered, and the postcard that he received back.
This could be a first project. I can translate it in English and then let this book being alive after 102 years. It's 1921.
Ah, ci sono le tabelle.
That's amazing.
Qualcuna di questa io l'ho avuta, sai?
Sì?
Tipo la taglierina questa qua.
I had some of you, some of them.
Sì, sì, sì.
It seems that farfalle were pretty popular in the past.
Those would make beautiful posters.
Sì.
Farfalle queste sono.
Sì. And talks about all the way to make.
Allora, io oggi ho una macchinetta che serve per fare i cavatelli.
Do you have a machine that makes it? Tagliatelle?
Sì, she has a machine to make a cavatelli, but I make them.
Ora ve la faccio vedere, la prendo e ve la faccio vedere. Un attimo.
Vai, vai Silvana.
Mi dispiace, veramente mi dispiace Fabio, un grande bocca al lupo.
So, I'm going to take the spotlight off of Eleanora for a minute. And so, Joanne, do you have a picture? You said you found it in your grandfather's book about becoming an American citizen, right?
Yeah, I have. He's got like 4 books that he studied when he was becoming a citizen. And it was, I was just gonna look. I thought, okay, I'm gonna look and see. And all of a sudden, this postcard fell out, and I was like, well, what is this? So, yeah.
I'd love to see some snapshots of the cover and maybe the title page.
Okay.
And we can share them in a meeting, because that's just an awesome story of how we were able to break that all down with
Well, and the fact that
Eleanora,
it's making
Salvo.
pasta, and that's what he came here. He came as a laborer and then started working for a pasta maker. So, and he
Yeah.
lost 3 of his fingers in the pasta machine too. So,
Oh, wow.
Eleanora, you said about the products. I will have to tell you that I need to let my son Maxwell know about this, because he is really pushing to get things like that at the festival, especially like on Saturday afternoons and Sundays when it's kind of dead. You know, bringing somebody in to show them how to make pasta. I mean, he makes his own pasta, you know, but we want to bring more of that to the festival, and we've been trying really, really hard.
Why don't we call Todd all together, and he can have a little stand, and maybe he can sell some fresh pasta, or we can organize a cooking class, like a hands-on.
Yeah, yeah, and we would.
I have those.
Yeah.
Silvana wanted to take her machine to make the cavatelli. Oh, she's opening from the box. Amazing.
Okay, so I'm gonna highlight Silvana. Hang on here, everyone.
Praticamente si fa la pasta, si fa a strisce, poi le strisce si mettono qua dentro. Questa si attacca, perché vedi come ha la
So we have to cut the pasta in long stripes,
poi si mette
long
qua,
lines.
si infila qua la pasta. Quando tu giri
little wheels in wood, and then when you turn,
questo cosino qua, se tu vedi, poi qua ti fa le righe. Questo qua di legno serve a fare le righe dei cavatelli.
the wooden part is to make the little lines, and then
poi c'è questa cosina qua che passa e schiaccia la pasta qua dentro.
when the screw passes, smash the pasta, so we will have the cavati shape.
Quando arriva qua, butta via il cavatello e ne fa un altro.
Are you familiar with the shape of cavati?
Not a fan, but
Pasta. This is the easiest. This is the easiest. Okay, I show you something. That's the easiest.
Oh, questa è la macchina per i cavatelli.
Oh, cavatappi?
No,
cavatelli.
Cavatelli.
Sì, l'hai trovato, hai visto? In siciliano si dice i cavatelli. Allora, i cavatelli si fanno nel giorno di San Giovanni, il 24 giugno.
We make cavatelli for St. John's Day, June 24th, because this is the easiest shape to make.
È una tradizione proprio siciliana questa qua. Si fare i cavatelli il 24 giugno. Il 24 giugno si fanno i cavatelli e si mangia il primo fico dell'albero.
Questo è vero?
No, quelli miei sono con le strisce. Sono simili, però questi qua sono con le strisce. Quelli sono lisci.
We can make them without lines, like those ones.
Allora, lui ha fatto vedere quelli lisci, invece questi qua li
those ones those ones are without the little lines, you see. Okay. But then we can use a fork or an instrument like this one.
Sì. Ma anticamente si usava un'altra cosa ancora.
Or this one that Silvana.
Allora, anticamente per fare i cavatelli si usava il crivello con tante strisce di giunco.
We used to call those shelves.
A shelf?
Ecco, esattamente. Con questa macchinetta vengono esattamente così.
The shell is bigger and you have a little bit more room inside.
Yeah.
Those are cavati, and then there are the cavati sardi that are even smaller. I cavatelli sardi sono anche più piccoli.
Sono più piccoli, sì. Questi sono quelli che hai fatto vedere tu, sono esattamente quelli che escono da questa macchina.
Sì.
When we were in Sicily on our oat trip, we cooked our lunch at a farm and we made them using one of those little wooden things.
Because in
our
our
thumbs.
area, those are very popular with the ravioli.
I ravioli sì, quelli con
Small and
ma
big.
per noi non sono una tradizione.
No,
La
in
tradizione
our
per
area
noi
in
sono
Carlentini,
i
is not
cavatelli di San Giovanni. Allora, il giorno 24 è particolare perché è
She's
vicino.
sharing something. I have worked the whole day today on this June 24th because of the oil of St. John, and now she's going to explain it. She said that that's incredible how our lives are connected, whatever. So the 24th of June is special. Perché è speciale?
Allora, perché il 24 intanto si fanno i cavatelli, questa è una tradizione.
First of all, we make the cavadelli.
Esatto. E poi il giorno 24 si prende il primo fico dall'albero.
Si prende il primo?
Il primo fico, dagli alberi di fico si mangia il primo fico, perché a San Giovanni c'è la primizia del fico, il primo giorno in cui poi il fico è maturo, comincia a essere maturo.
And according to the popular belief, that's a tradition, on June 24th, we can pick up the first fig because finally the figs are mature.
Sono le primizie, sono i primi che
So
maturano.
it's the first fig of the season and we have to wait for it the whole summer almost. Ma questi cavatelli li fai con il sugo di maiale?
Sì, certo, si fanno
We
con
make
sugo
it
di
with
maiale.
the tomato sauce with the pork meat inside.
Certo,
Al sugo.
oppure con la salsiccia dentro.
Maiale e
Beh, cucina-
salsiccia. Just to be
prima.
light in June is not.
Guarda, il primo anno,
Per rimanere leggeri.
il
E
primo anno che io mi
salsiccia.
sono sposata, con mio marito ci siamo sposati ad aprile. La sera mio marito è tornato a casa e io ero in cucina e preparavo i cavatelli per l'indomani, che era il 24.
So she's sharing a
Ma
memory.
che stai facendo?
When she
E sua
got
mamma non
married,
l'aveva fatto mai.
when she got married, quindi vi siete sposati il 23 di giugno?
No, ci siamo sposati ad aprile, però nel primo
Okay.
anno
He
di
got married on
matrimonio.
April, but after 2 months, he arrived at home and he found her making so many cavatelli, and he asked, "What are you doing?" And she said, "That's a tradition." And then he was like, "My mom, she doesn't make it." And she was, I keep
Mia
the tradition.
suocera non amava cucinare, invece per
My
noi era una
mother-in-law,
tradizione.
she didn't like to cook. But then June 24th, that's another special day. We call it the Day of St. John, and is the Day of the White Witches, when a lot of women in the past, they used to go in the field and pick up an herb, the herb of St. John.
È una
that
data che
look like,
corrisponde. Parla, Eleonora.
Sto parlando dell'iperico. This herb that
è
looks
una
like
notte
a
particolare.
yellow jasmine, but when we put it in infusion with the oil becomes red. So it's an oil that has a lot of properties. Above all, when we cut ourselves, we burn ourselves for wrinkles. When we take too much sun and we burn our skin. Every restaurant should have a little bit of a hypericum oil in their kitchen, because when you burn yourself or you cut yourself, it will help a lot to cicatrize, how do you say? And you won't have any traces. So it's magic and it helps a lot, and we use it a lot at home.
Devi considerare che il 24 giugno esattamente corrisponde al 24 dicembre, perché sono le date in cui avviene il solstizio d'estate e in inverno il solstizio d'inverno, quindi sono quei
like
momenti
the
in cui
24th of December
cambia la
the
stagione.
real solstice of summer and winter. So it's then when the season will change. So our magic days of a
Per questo magari ci sono queste tradizioni, perché guarda
pagan
caso i cavatelli, il figo hanno a che fare con la donna,
fertilità, with the
con la
fertility.
fertilità, tutte queste cose qua, certo. Perché la forma, se tu vedi la forma del cavatello, somiglia un po' alla forma del sesso femminile, in questo senso.
Sì, the
E
shape
poi
of the vitelli reminds a little bit of the shape of a female sex, so it's all connected with the fertility and this kind of
E
things.
anche il figo, se ci pensi bene.
And even the
Insomma,
figa, if we think
è
about it.
qualcosa di simile, sempre a che fare con la fertilità femminile.
Yeah,
Boh.
it's interesting.
Who's he
We
being
had our
stupid?
moment of culture. Done.
Okay,
Tradition.
so I
Tradition
promised
and-
Mr. Battiato that I would spend some time on his family tree because he's been working on this and he's very proud of it. And I want to share my screen, and I've added some of his information into the Italians of Omaha tree, which is the one that I maintain. And so last night we worked on this a bit, and we added some of the pictures that he has from his tree, but and we put a little profile picture for Dean. As you can see, his mom was Rusowski, which Dean, is that Polish?
That's Polish. You know what it means?
No.
It's the plural for rose.
Oh, really? And so this is his actual tree. And so I went to his father's profile, Charles. And when you go to Charles, you can see that he was born in Fremont, Dodge County. You want to talk about your dad for a minute, Dean?
The story behind that was my grandfather came to Omaha, and he had a shoe shop, and all the other relatives would come in to his shop and they'd want free work. He says, I can't make any money doing this, so I'm leaving. So he moved to Fremont. And at the time, there were probably a half dozen other shoe shops in Fremont, but they didn't like this this foreign Italian Sicilian guy coming in, and they were gonna get him out of there. But 100 years later, he's still there, and they're all gone because when my grandfather retired, my dad took it over, and when my dad retired, my brother took it over, and it's still there on Main Street. So it's been there in Fremont since 1919.
Oh. So is that his residence address is 328 West 19th Street in 1940.
My grandfather had that house built there. It wasn't a very populated area of Fremont at the time. And he had that built in like in 1925, 26, something like that. But then that's where they lived, until 1974 when they had to move my grandmother out.
So here's an image of the downtown, or several images actually.
Right there, you see that little in the middle there was a shoe. That's where the current shop is. Right there in the middle.
Okay. Very nice. So your dad was Charles and your grandfather was Giovanni or John.
Right.
Here's a nice picture that Dean has of Giovanni. And wow, the
picture of mine.
That's on the shoe. Yeah.
If you brought up my tree, there'd be a picture of me when I was a boy. I don't know if you can do that or not.
I think I'm in your tree right at the moment. Yeah.
All right, go to my profile.
Yeah, I can't see your profile because living people are private when you're looking at somebody else's tree. So I can't really get into your gallery unless maybe your dad was also in the picture or something like that. but I can get into your dad's gallery.
There is actually a setting, Nick, that says you can see someone, you can give someone the rights to see living people, but the admin would have to do that.
That was his first haircut. My grandmother gave him his first haircut.
Oh, wow.
That's so cute.
That's the later picture.
And this is your dad still, right?
That's in the shoe shop. That was his shoe shop.
In Carlentini, there is the Museum of Ancient Trade, where the guy has an instrument, Alfio Caltabiano, and he said that someone gave it to him from Omaha and was a shoemaker. It's a machine to clean the shoes, but when we are there, yeah, but people in Omaha, Americans, they had a lot of colors for their shoes. So it's something very modern for that time because there are so many colors, while in Sicily, shoes were just black. So that instrument had all the little different colors. It was interesting. I remember this stuff, and then people, they could put the fit on it. I think were used by the... Yeah, it was used by the younger guys to clean them along the streets or maybe in this train station. I don't know where they used to go to do that.
So I bring this up because Sherry and I had a chat the other night about her Aunt Rose's only living child is Sam DeMauro, who's a shoemaker. And I guess he's the last shoemaker in Omaha.
Oh, there's at least one more.
Yeah, one more. So we were talking about, has he ever been featured in the media? And that would be cool to just do a story about the shoemakers, a documentary even on the shoemakers of the Italian shoemakers of Omaha, because there were a lot.
My dad had two uncles and two great uncles and one uncle that all had shoe shops in Omaha.
Eleonora, io ho parlato con il nostro revisore dei conti, il signor Battiato, il dottore Battiato, e gli ho chiesto il nome di suo padre, la data di nascita. L'ho detto a Nick, ma Nick forse ha avuto difficoltà a trovare perché è nato nel 41. Comunque questo signor Battiato si chiama Giuseppe ed è nato il 31 marzo del 67 a Lentini.
So Silvana looked for a Battiato name. A certain Giuseppe Battiato was born in Lentini in 1967.
E suo padre è nato invece sempre a Lentini, si chiamava Battiato Vincenzo, si chiama ed è nato il 12 febbraio del 1941. Chissà se non sono un po' parenti con lui.
And then there is this, the father was Vincenzo Battiato, who is still alive, was born in Lentini in 1941. So Silvana, she's wondering if they are related.
We could very well be, because my great-grandfather had a brother, Vincenzo.
Sì, potrebbe. Non ha nessuno che si chiama Vincenzo nella famiglia?
Is there someone called Vincenzo in the family?
Yeah. You look at, if you go back to Rosario, click on Rosario. There he is, his brother Vincenzo Battiato.
Ah, ecco, Vincenzo Battiato, eccolo qua. 1864-1934. Potrebbe essere un nonno di questo signore qua che è nato nel 41.
This could be a grandfather of this person that he's talking about.
Forse no.
Maybe not.
No, il nonno sì, potrebbe essere.
Maybe the grandfather.
Certo, perché se lui si chiama Vincenzo avrà il nome del nonno.
Sì, because it's the same the same
This is
name
where
that
it would be
goes.
handy
E
to,
suo figlio, guarda caso, si chiama Giuseppe. Io sto vedendo qua che ci sono i Giuseppe.
There is a Vincenzo and Giuseppe over there as well from Lentini, so maybe those families are related.
Ma io gliel'ho raccontato questa cosa e lei mi ha detto mi piacerebbe capire se è veramente mio parente.
So
Quindi
Silvana,
dobbiamo approfondire la cosa.
she's our alive Facebook because she knows everybody who is alive.
No, l'ho incontrata a scuola mia, Eleonora, perché lui viene a fare
No, diciamo, tu
revisore
sei
dei
il nostro
conti.
Facebook vivente, perché tu conosci tutti quelli che sono vivi. Noi stiamo sempre qua in mezzo a quelli che non
Siete
sono
morti.
vivi.
Quale
He had a
tombe
flea market
abbiamo?
in the old market.
Sei fondamentale.
Quindi se vogliamo approfondire questa cosa per capire se sono parenti si può fare. Perché lui mi ha detto che è aperto a questa cosa. Mi piacerebbe anche capire se sono parenti.
This Augustino Minardi is listed as one of the first Italian settlers in Omaha. It's my great-grandfather's brother.
this one here, huh?
Yeah. And
And then he moved to San Jose.
Yeah, he was a big shot out there. He had a bunch of big building property.
You've got some nice pictures of Cosimo and Michela.
And Giuseppe is his brother.
Oh, he came to Omaha too. Okay. And these people are from Termini Imerese, which is in the Palermo province. So going back to the Battiatos, Frances Minardi was the wife of Giovanni Battiato. And then Charles Battiato is Charles Battiato and Edna Rusowski are Dean's parents. So I don't know if you guys can hear the thunder in the background here, but we're having quite the storm.
You have like a weather alert thing go off a little while ago. Yeah.
Nick, are you there?
Donald Fucinaro, his cousin, was the owner of Anthony's Restaurant. It's a famous restaurant in Omaha for years. They had a big bull out in front of the restaurant. It's called Anthony's Steakhouse.
I think Nick is frozen. We might have lost him in that storm.
Yeah. Yeah, mine was all black too. 1 second.
Yeah, looks like something happened to Nick. Mary Kay's the host.
While we wait for him, let me see. Is there Juicy around? Juicy? Ci sei? Tesoro, come stanno andando le presentazioni? How
Very
your book is
busy.
going on?
Very busy. Just by chance, I'm sleeping home tonight.
Ah, okay. Because you went to Florence, Milan.
I was in Florence yesterday and then traveled back by train. Thanks God. I mean, we have a high-speed train and it helps a lot. Because a 1 hour high-speed train from Rome, you can be in Florence or you can be in Naples.
Okay.
And 3 hours sharp, you're from Rome downtown to Milan downtown. So it's, I mean, but
wow, Italy is getting shorter thanks to this faster train.
But you know, I mean, Italy cannot be compared with, I mean,
well, have you ever
with the
taken a
United
train
States?
in the United States? No, United States trains are not so good.
I don't know,
At least the trains that I took from New York, buses, they work better, according to my personal experience. Maybe I'm wrong.
But I was shocked with that because I mean I thought the first time I said maybe I can travel by train in the United States, but they mainly carry, I mean, they're for goods rather than people. So Americans do prefer to drive.
Mm-hmm. Sì. So next time when you will have a presentation in the United States, you will have a Jeremy playing in the background and maybe me singing, who knows?
Bello.
I will
No,
love
the day
Good
after
for you.
tomorrow, I'm leaving to Sicily again the next weekend. But
I
the
know,
weather-
you will be here.
I'll be Messina, Paternò, Catania, and I don't remember it. But I thought, I mean, in my plans, I wanted to swim on Sunday morning, but I've just seen that the weather is terrible.
No, it's super cold. It's like March. It's terrible those days.
Yes, exactly. So
The
I mean,
temperature shut down.
the
I'm still
Italian,
sleeping in the happy blanket. It's like December.
the Italian stereotype of nice weather is totally down because
I think
mean, our May wherever from north to south is like November now.
Yeah, it's getting crazy. I think so. That's it. See, so good for.
Just one question, and I just want Mary Kay, when will you be in Rome?
We'll be there the 29th of May, the 28th, 29th, and 30th, I think.
So 2 days, actually.
Coming on Monday, the 29th, and we're leaving for Sicily on the 31st. It's like 2.5 days.
All right.
I'll send you my schedule.
Yeah, sure. I mean, probably not on the 29th, but the following day, I'd like to meet you, even for a coffee.
Okay, that'd be great.
Or a small tour in my Fiat 500. I mean, I can drive you to the Colosseo.
That would be great. Yeah, I will send you a message. Thank you, Josie.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wonderful that we have these connections. I'm looking forward to meeting you when you come to Omaha, Lucy.
What did you say, Nick?
I said I'm looking forward to meeting you when you come to Omaha.
Yeah, I was so happy the other night because I saw that you posted your flight ticket on the chat. So I mean that was a very clear statement saying I'm coming.
I'm coming.
That's 100% sure. See. Yeah, and I would love to do some itinerary over there when I will be there. If I will have enough time, we will work on it. We have to make it maybe shorter or more in the shade, but it will be the festival in the meanwhile, so a lot to do. We'll see. I haven't planned anything yet. I'm going like Sicilian, the day before for the day after. If I want to do it, I'll do it. Otherwise, tomorrow.
I will be the same.
Like Betty when she was in Santa Ninfa. No, today we're closed. Come tomorrow. She was like, what? Oh, my Sicilians were amazing. Like, okay, do I want to do it? We talk with ourselves. Do I really want to do it? Yeah, last second.
I'm just curious. This last weekend on Mother's Day, Robin and I went to Galveston, and they have, for America, they're old houses. Some date back to the 1880s, maybe. And they had 10 houses that were open and you could tour around. And then we also have this thing where we're selling houses where they put up a little sign that says open house. And I was just wondering, do they do anything similar to that in Sicily? Do they ever open a house?
Aspetta, so I will translate it for Silvana, but I want to be sure that I understood. Aspetta, vediamo se ho capito bene. So you put the sign open house on your house just to see.
If you are selling your house, you have a little yard sign in your yard that says the name of your realtor, the person who's selling the house for you. And then your realtor will schedule a weekend, like a Saturday maybe, where the realtor will come to your house and put a sign out front of the house and say, open house.
No, we don't do that in Sicily.
You don't do that, okay.
No, lei dice se qua in Sicilia noi facciamo questa cosa che mettiamo il pannello dicendo la casa è aperta, open house, quando la dobbiamo vendere, ed è un weekend in cui il venditore sta lì tutto il giorno, dalla mattina alla sera, e si concentra su tutti gli appuntamenti, e quindi la gente che magari passa per caso, anche se non ha preso appuntamento e vede che c'è la casa aperta, possono entrare, curiosare, guardare, vedere com'è. No, no.
Allora, quando io ero piccola, a Carlentini esistevano i centrali per vendere le cose.
When I was a child in Carlentini, there was a kind of job called
it's a
Sansara.
broker. It's
It's a broker called
Ma il
Sansale.
broker però non è che era un broker, era un signore.
Un intermediario,
Usually was a
ci
guy
sta ora
who used to
importanza,
intermediate among people. Was a person who knew everybody, so was able to sell.
Mio nonno,
But
quando era
even to
anziano,
manage the weddings was the same person.
no, per qua mio nonno vendeva le cose. Allora, quando arrivò mio nonno alle certe età, che sto intorno ai 75 anni, e andava in piazza e faceva questo lavoro, perché lui era un tipo che faceva
So my grandfather used to do this job. He was around 65, used to go in the square and talk with the people. Yeah, I have this house, I have this house.
Allora,
Which house?
e poi gli dicevano quali erano le case che si vendevano. E poi lui trovava le persone e le portava in queste case.
And then he found the people and used to bring them in the houses that were on sale. But this is a very American.
Mi accompagni con la macchina a vedere questa casa e io lo accompagnavo.
So when she used to drive, he was like, can you drive me? I have to go to see this house, I have to sell it. So he used to go for first to look around, and then he was able to describe.
Real estate agent ante litteram.
Comunque c'erano delle persone,
word of mouth.
Che c'erano alcuni signori che erano proprio, tu li vedevi in piazza e sapevi che ti rivolgevi a quello, e lui ti trovava la casa, ti trovava il terreno.
So they became popular and gathering in the middle of the square. If you knew them, everybody knew who they were. So if they needed to buy or sell a house, they went straight ahead asking them, okay, I needed to sell my house, and was done. So usually in Sicily nowadays, we have a lot of internet. Usually we use a lot of WhatsApp. So I'm looking for a house. It has been a while. Was before in Ragusa. Now I'm looking around in Syracuse for rent. So usually I go on apps. Could be Subito, Duck IT, Idealista. There are so many. Immobiliare.it. I can give you a bunch. And then if I like some announcement, I can put my parameters, the prices, rent, to buy, the area where I want it, if it must be a garden or a terrace or something. And then if I like something, at the bottom there is the name of the company, and there is someone related to that company, and then they contact me through email, and that's how it works. And we take the appointment just for me in a moment that is good for both. But it means that the man has the keys, or sometimes the owners, they don't give the keys to the people, to the real estate, and they take the appointment. So the owner will be there, the real estate and the owner will open the door. It depends. That's how it works over here. And I wonder, when you have the open house, can people just passing by, noticing that sign, can they sneak inside and go and take a look?
Yes.
You know, another thing that is weird, that you do it and you take all of your pictures out, all of your personal items, you take them with you, and you make it as a more anonymous and objective possible. While here we show houses that even with a miracle, they will never be even close to the way they should be, destroyed with all the furniture, everything broken, dirty. And then they go, you see, with a little bit of imagination, no, with a lot of money. That's another pay. So we are terrible to sell houses, I'm telling you. Terrible. Noi siamo terribili, non è vero. Dico cose sbagliate. Look at that. You go like, oh, wow, I want it. While you look at the Sicilian ones, you go like, oh, my goodness. That needs a miracle. And I'm not talking about houses with €1. Are expensive sometimes for us. Yeah, look at that.
And before we have an open house, we're supposed to bake cookies so it smells good.
No way. That's even ahead.
Yeah, and then the realtor doesn't want the owners there. They want you out so people feel free to open your cupboards and your closets and everything.
You should put a bagnata of Google on that's the real smell that would
10 bedrooms in that house?
Okay, now Nico, you try to open this link and you will cry. I will send you, I don't know, the worst can be Idealista maybe. Let me see.
Those are really big homes.
Those are homes that are like really old money that nobody can afford. There's like one.
That's like million house
section in Omaha that those are all.
That's the area.
That's
Charles III new residence.
That's up there where Buffett lives.
Yeah, and Buffett's house is actually very it's not even anything like this. You wouldn't even know that it would be his house. It's very minimalistic. So yes.
Yeah.
But most houses don't look like that here.
That price is a medium home size price out here.
Yeah, that's
God,
not,
you wouldn't believe what people get for.
Wow. Yeah, and you got full 3 floors there too. So maybe that's where they.
So that's United States. Look at Sicily. Now I'll send you a link, like a typical one that I open daily to look for my
so this
stuff.
one is kind of like an average house, right?
That's more of an average house, right?
Yeah.
Well,
we
sort of.
We have luxury stuff in Sicily, but don't take a look to those things.
You need to show a house in Little Italy on 6th Street. That's where you need to show a house.
Well, they've actually.
Okay, so she just sent me a link. I'm going to see if I can pull the link up.
Now we will laugh. Ora ridemo.
But you know, anyway, it depends. Because in some places, some apartments or some villas are
but in general
for us as well. And they are usually, handled by specific agencies.
We have a Charm of Sicily and other companies that they sell specifically luxury homes, but regular people like me, I don't even open those websites. So if we think about that a house like that was 300,000, that in Omaha is maybe a good range of money for a family who is not super rich but is not super poor. I think is the middle class. In Sicily is going to be around 100,000. Look at the one upstairs. They are selling it. No, the one on the top. No, don't take the one that is more expensive. That one. Look at that. That's an apartment. Look at this, the room of the kids with all the books and all the stuff hanging on the walls.
So messy.
Bathroom. Can you imagine? It's a mess.
So it says 139 square meters.
Well, the good news is that today I received by this website land on sale in Carlentini. This 10 acres is huge, 150,000. So if we divide it in 10, it's going to be 15 each. You can make your own little villa.
I can afford that.
15, yeah, I'm giving good prices. You see, it's cheaper than a car. Wow, that's 195. I can't do that in this life, unless, you know, never say never. But here we go. Look at Nick, like Carlentini.
For Ortigia, it's not a bad price though, because if you see the it's 90 square meters, 2 bathrooms, and it is the first floor, so it means it has a balcony, and so it is not bad for Ortigia. 195.
No, it's true, but that one was in excellent conditions.
But
now,
it
this
depends.
is not,
I mean,
this is not the land that I was talking about, but that's cute. You have a nice view, and there is a house that you can restore with a miracle. I mean,
that was the miracle, yeah.
So, well, the 100
that's what we sell.
Is
no, this is not
1,100
true.
square feet.
Yeah, this must be ocean.
Oh, it's an auction.
Yeah. Come si chiamano le aste? Auctions. Sì, but they put a fancy picture.
Così poco.
But that's not the reality.
Salvo,
no, Salvo, it's not the reality. You see, they're using the same picture for all of them. This is a smart judge. Remax, my goodness, this house is still there. It has been 5 years. I was going to move over there. The guy asked the 500 euros for Carlentini. I was like, are you crazy?
But
the problem of this, you know what's
the
the tricky thing of that house is that the owner lives exactly close by. And he loves to double check whatever you're doing. If you're at home, if you're not, if you're going to use the terrace upstairs, he's always around. So I was like, I don't want to marry you. No, thank you. Oh yeah, heavy neighbor. That's another like Michelangelo. You have to finish it. You look at it and you think how the marble will look like. Oh no, it's done. 159 la casazza.
Dov'è? Ma dov'è la casazza?
Dove c'era il ristorante a Casazza, non so se
la strada di Agnone Bagni.
La strada vecchia.
That's a good area. Sometimes there is a nice view over there.
E poi visto c'è scritto Casazza e Bruttilli vicino.
190,000 a house in the countryside. They are crazy. The real value of that house is like 80,000. They put Remax, so they're trying to sell to people coming from abroad. But those are not the right prices. Come? That's a good price.
Questo proprio vicinissimo a casa mia.
Very close to your house, 1,000 square feet.
Gli Abruzzi.
66,000.
Io abito a 171 e questo è 172.
That's a good price.
Conosco proprio la casa.
The problem of via degli Abruzzi is that all the houses are like drawers, and when you open the windows, you will have the houses in front, so you don't have the view. You have the neighbors living in front of you.
Perché dice da 35 da?
Perché quando sono quando sono aste sono da a partire da. Oh my, look at this green, it will never go away. My goodness.
Ma questo è a mare, San Leonardo?
Sì.
Well,
it seems that Frida Kahlo lived in that house.
Altro che armocromista.
No, armocromia. My God.
Mia madre si dice, dicevo, a casa di Borci.
A casa di bordello.
A bordello.
A bordello. Dopo si finì a schifio. Da lei la cucina non sembrammo libero. There isn't 1 inch free on that kitchen. You cannot even put your finger.
Every time.
Good view.
My goodness, it's schifio. So that's what we have in Sicily, you see. And we have a lot of fantasy. I can paint, I can fix a lot of things, so we have to put up our sleeves.
Guglielmo Marconi. Ah.
See. Oh yeah. Well, I will suggest you I will show you the land that I received today. But that land has no light and no water. Those two things are very important.
So
The weather juicy, huh?
now the little lady that we were talking to a year or so that hit the 100.
Jim, we can't see you.
You broke up.
What are you talking?
Okay.
What did you say?
I said the little old lady that we talked to that was 107 years old.
See.
And she lived in a little house. Is that in the heart of Carlentini or where?
Sì, very close to Via Duca degli Abruzzi. Is the parallel via aspetta.
Ponte Nuovo, Ponte Nuovo.
Well,
No, via Duilio, sì, sì.
Allora è l'altra ancora. C'è prima c'è la via Ponte Nuovo e poi c'è la via Duilio.
The land that's on, that real estate, is that worth a lot of money?
The land?
The location where she's at. Is that
È un posto dove costa troppo, dove costano le cose, costano tanto? Jim, there is nowhere in Carlentini where actually which is the location is quite expensive. They're all pretty cheap now because there's no market. There is no demand.
No.
Io ho detto che non c'è domanda di case, cui i prezzi sono tutti bassi a Carlentini.
By the way, that lady, she passed away.
I'm sorry to hear that.
See, like this year, she turned 108, and then la signora Giovannina è morta.
Giovannina come si chiama?
Giovannina Turco?
Sesto.
No. Sesto?
Ah,
sì, era la signora più longeva di Carlentini. She was 108. Yeah, a couple of months ago. Yeah. She was amazing.
I liked her. She said, why are them Americans coming here? We don't have any money.
See, I remember that. Yeah, she was like, if they're coming because they're asking for money, we don't have money. Yeah. She was very angry with her family who left. She said they abandoned us and we had to face all of our problems alone because the men, they were gone, the uncles, the cousins. So she was very angry with that part of her family who left when she was a child. And she said that I made myself with my own shoulders. Yeah. Dicevo, la signora, quando io sono andata a intervistarla 2 anni fa, lei mi ha detto una cosa, un punto di vista che io non avevo mai incontrato in nessun altro. Mi disse, that's me. Mi disse, io sono arrabbiata con i miei parenti che se ne sono andati perché ci hanno abbandonato, perché i maschi se ne andarono tutti dalla sua famiglia, gli zii, cugini. E quindi lei diceva, gli americani, dice, quei conosci. Cioè, non ne voleva parlare. Aveva il rigetto proprio.
Era traumatizzata.
Sì, was like a trauma, exactly. Well, she overcame COVID as well. So amazing. She has been great.
She survived a couple epidemics, the Spanish flu. No.
Yeah, and she used to eat every day chickpeas and lentils and soups, a lot of vegetables. But the most important thing is the love of her grandson. Thanks to Giovanni, she had the right cure and the love and all the attention so that she needed. Yeah, that's the most important thing for me.
That's sure.
Ma più che l'alimentazione è l'amore di suo nipote che l'ha tenuta in vita. She lost a daughter. I mean, Giovanni lost his mother, and he turned all of his love into her and into his grandmother. but he has never told her that his mother passed away. She just sometimes she asked for her, and it was like, okay, she's not around. She will come later, and then she used to forget it. So he said that I don't want to give her so much pain.
Però penso che lei l'aveva capito, perché come fa una figlia quando deve
Eh sì, 20 anni che non la vedi. I think she understood. Yeah, I'm sure she did. Sì, sì, special.
Meschino, what was he?
Sì, aveva una calligrafia bellissima. And she was a fan of Victor Emmanuel II and the third, the kings. She loved both the kings.
Yeah. To the third.
Sì, sì.
I'm sorry, Dean, that
I
I lost my connection when we were showing your family tree. Was there anything else that you wanted to discuss about your family tree, Dean?
I was gonna say all the living Battiatos in Omaha or wherever they live now can all be traced back to 4 brothers and 1 sister. And I was gonna show pictures at least of the 4 brothers and the 1 sister.
Well, let me see if I can bring them up again. See. Okay, so this is your tree, and we're looking at the Minardi's here, so I need to change it back to the Battiatos. Use
Giovanni.
Okay, so
so Rosario is the oldest brother. Hit on him.
Here, this one here.
Yeah.
So it looks like, yeah, there's
No,
Rosario.
those aren't his brothers. Click on Rosario, and then you can see his brothers.
Well, wouldn't this be a brother here, Giuseppe, and so Conchetta's a
Talking
sister.
about those are the brothers in Sicily, but there's 4 brothers that came to Omaha. So there's two sets because he was married twice. But all these you see were from Sicily. I'm talking about the ones that came to the United States.
Oh, so that would be over here, maybe.
Yeah. That's the 1 sister.
Salvatore. Yeah, okay. So Salvatore came to Omaha. And
Giovanni.
Concetto.
Not him. Giovanni. What the picture is. Him.
Wow, you have a lot of pictures. That's good.
Biagio.
He
was a shoemaker.
Uh-huh.
Giovanni was a shoemaker.
Dina, but do you have some of their tools or everything is gone?
Salvatore.
My brother would have them.
Your brother?
Yeah, he took over the family.
Get some pictures. Get some pictures of the tools.
Yeah, at least some pictures.
We
can ask him if he's willing to donate something if one day we'll have at the museum.
He's got the garage full of machines because what's happening is people are like selling out their shops. They don't want to do it anymore, so he's buying out everybody.
So we did something kind of cool last night. We were working with Bob Hughes, and we went into Genealogy Bank, and the photo actually had the name of the photographer on the edge, and we were able to find articles in the Omaha newspaper through this Genealogy Bank. So let's just try this with Battiato and a keyword of shoes. course, we got to narrow it to Nebraska and see what comes up. So Dominic J. Battiato, gunman takes $50 from the store. And it looks like Dominic Battiato had an ad there that we
I think
just.
that was a grocery store. He had a grocery store.
Okay. Oh, this is carpet scrap store. Interesting. But there was an ad. Okay, D. Battiato on Sherman Avenue. Best workmanship. 1923.
Well, that could be like one of, there were 4 Dominics. So that could be one of 4.
Nick, are those articles of the newspapers available in the library? So how do you find them? Are they on your genealogy?
I've subscribed to this website. It's called genealogybank.com. And they have newspapers from Omaha.
This might be my great uncle.
So this is
Is there something that we can double check for free, or we must be resident?
Yeah, you must be a subscriber to have access to this.
Having a residence in Omaha, isn't it?
No, you don't have to reside in Omaha, but this is kind of interesting. 1923, and it says every shoe repairman can get U.S. spring step rubber heels and U.S. U-skid soles. And the repairmen on these pages are now ready to supply you. Pick out the firm in your immediate vicinity and let them attach the U.S. Spring Step, the world's finest rubber heel.
During the war, my grandfather had a contract with the government, and he could only get, he was one of the few shoemakers that could get products from the government.
Was that to find a job or to offer your job?
These ads are to offer your services.
You're offering your services. Okay.
Yeah.
Dean, did your family make shoes, custom shoes, or repair, or both?
Both.
Yeah. Do you have any of the shoes? My grandfather was also a shoemaker, and I sure wish there was a shoe in existence that I could see. But
I think my brother has a lady's shoe that they made. I think he's got one of those in his store window.
Wow.
We can call that shoe Cinderella.
So the Battiato store was at 2625 Sherman Avenue.
I'm not familiar with that address, though. I know my great uncle had a shop in downtown Omaha, not far from where I live, by the Orpheum Theater.
There's a Cornelia here that
before
has a
that.
shop. This says Manginelli, but that's got to be Manginelli. Tony Rosito, Gibilisco, Costanza, Tribulato, Cosentino, DiMarco, Santi, Mercuria, Piccolo, Marino, Lamatio, Catania, Greca. Wow, look at all these. A lot of shoemakers, and now they're down to 1 or 2.
È vero, un sacco di calzolai. Sì, certo.
So yeah, when the Manganaros go to Val di Catania, that'll be a point of interest for them too, because their family were shoemakers as well. Okay, so what else? What's going on here today? Where are you, Juicy?
She's at home tonight.
Exactly, in Rome.
In Rome. Okay. I saw
In
you
Rome.
post that you were in Florence, Firenze.
Yesterday. Yes, and I'll be back in Sicily, back to Sicily in 2 days. So see, on Thursday for a long weekend.
Good. Long weekend means 2 days.
No, from Thursday, see, well, from Thursday to Monday,
Okay, good.
No, that's why I was asking you, but you're busy for nice things.
See, that's good. My stepsister, she's getting married. Sì, sì.
Domenica, se volete, c'è la passeggiata dalla piazza di Lentini fino a tutto il parco archeologico. Costa 5 euro e ti danno la maglietta, la colazione.
Quella maratoniamo?
No. Questa è la visita del parco archeologico di Lentini, partendo dalla piazza di Lentini.
Stanno risvegliando pure le pietre prima delle elezioni? Però è giusto.
No, non c'entra con le elezioni.
No? Era una cosa che è stata fatta anche prima?
Sì, la festa ellenica l'hanno fatta anche l'anno scorso. Si è fermata il Covid, no? L'hanno ripreso.
So Sunday morning it will be this
Greek festa.
The Greek fest. So they will walk from the square as far as the archaeological area. It will be €5 per person, and we have the breakfast included. That's good. And a t-shirt.
Nice.
That's good.
Poi vi faccio vedere le foto. Se non piove, perché il tempo è tanto difficile.
Ok. She's going, so she will take some pictures for us. Fai qualche foto per noi col cellulare?
Va bene.
Grazie.
Se ci vado, perché se piove
if it's gonna be raining, no, va bene, dai, ci sta.
Silvana sent me a message, un messaggio di famiglia di Regalia e Salafia. Salafia. Okay. And so we're trying to track down a connection. I've been working on it, but as Dean will attest, we've been having troubles with the Portali Antenati today. The website seems to be having troubles.
Dice, hanno avuto delle difficoltà con Portali Antenati.
Poi mando altre notizie, perché ho trovato anche i nomi di questi palazzi.
She found as well names.
Sì, perché poi sempre la solita mia mamma mi ha detto come si chiama la figlia di questa sorella della sua bisnonna.
Ok.
Non della sua bisnonna, del suo nome, della mia.
Il nome della via?
The only thing I have access to right at the moment is the birth records. And so I've been looking for Salafia. And there is, but it's the wrong one.
Allora, il nome che mi ha detto mia mamma è Salafia
Sebastiana Barone.
Il nome che ti ha detto tua mamma?
Allora, aspetta, Salafia Giuseppe, il nome che mi ha detto mia mamma è Salafia Annunziata.
Salafia Annunziata.
Che sarebbe praticamente una cugina di mia mamma.
That is a cousin of? Una cugina di?
Mia mamma.
Of your mother, ok.
So do you know ages on any of these people?
Oh, it's cut off here. What
We'll
is?
scroll down.
Interesting. Anna Maria Chiarenza.
Allora, la sorella di questa Michela Chiarenza, che si chiamava Anna Maria Chiarenza, era sposata con
What did she
in
buy?
conjunction to this.
So this Anna Maria Chiarenza was married with Salavia.
Ruba, that was Frank Messina's mother's baby.
Anna Maria Chiarenza.
Nick,
Esatto.
before we
ha
end up,
trovato le persone giuste, forse questo glielo ho detto io. Anna
you
Maria
found
Chiarenza,
the right people.
Francesco Salavia, iniziato a fare.
Francesco.
Io vorrei capire
An
se
estimated
questo...
age or date. Can you ask her if she has any idea when these people were born?
Tu hai per caso un'idea di quando queste persone sono nate?
No.
No.
Solo che sono nate a Villasmundo.
She just know that they were born in Villasmundo.
Date de morte?
No, niente, non so nulla di questo.
No.
Questi sono cugini. Perché siccome ho visto che una nonna di Scott che si chiamava Salavia, ho pensato che fosse parente di sia dalla parte di Lucia che dalla parte di Salavia. Capito? Cioè che il padre, che pur chiamandosi Ragaglia, poteva essere anche un po' parente con questa zia. Diciamo.
So
Come se la mamma e il papà di Scott fossero un po' parenti alla lontana.
So the father, even if it was a Ragaglia, maybe it's connected as well with this family. And here there is an Alfio Ragaglia as well.
Yeah, that's Scott's great-grandfather.
Ah, questo è il bisnonno di Scott. Infatti, she was saying that they are related with Scott.
Yes. So these were all born in the 1880s.
Those names Silvana gave to you.
Right.
Gave to him.
And this is her. Silvana's grandfather, I think. No, this is your mom, right, Michaela?
Yes.
Questa è tua mamma?
Sì, la mamma di Silvana. E Michaela Risio.
Ma tuo papà è morto da poco.
Il papà ne è morto. Nel 2017, aveva 92 anni.
Ah sì, infatti, cioè, anche lui molto longevo, fantastici tutti e due.
Is Michaela Risio still alive?
Sì.
Wow.
94.
She's 94. She still bakes.
Wow. So
we should introduce her to Marianne. They could be friends. Marianne Mangiamelli. They are the same class.
I need more pictures, Silvana. We need to put pictures on these people.
Silvana, dobbiamo aggiungere più foto in questo albero, dice Nick. I think your mom has pictures.
Anyway, I'm working on it, Silvana.
Okay, before we end up our tour, in the book that I bought, the gentleman added a letter where there is written that he has collected for more than 50 years books, photos, brochures, discs, flyers, publicities, manifests, and toys. I mean, he has a museum at home. So I went to look for the suggestion that he mentioned, and it's a website where we find all the pictures. And I send a link to you, Nick, are all the postcards. So seeing that we have all Italy, I just opened Carlentini, but for Sicily, we have a Cireale area, more than 1,600 pictures, Agrigento 11,000, Catania 22,000, Palermo is 53,000 postcards and all the pictures. Syracuse 16,000. So seeing that here we have origins from all over Italy, you can go to this website and go to look for your area that you are interested into. And you can find all the things or just to look at them. This is Carlentini.
Did you post that website in the chat?
Oh,
Not yet. I just sent the link to Nick. I'm sorry. Let me do it. Okay, I can. Oops. Wait.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
So this was a long one, so I don't know. There's probably a shorter link that you could do, but maybe just the delconti.net.
I can share it in the chat of our Facebook group. So
that'd be good.
That one maybe will work. But copia.
There's some nice cards there.
Italian genealogy. About
it was mailed to at the stamp. Posta Italiana, 1938, looks like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are a couple of that are interesting.
How do I do that?
Some of them. There are a lot of Santa Lucia, so many, and are not expensive, like $2.
This is a nice picture here.
That's the Villa Comunale. Well, maybe one day we will have a Park Omaha as well. Villa Belvedere in the 50s. Maybe nice to restore them and make new postcards, because there aren't postcards anymore. Cordiali saluti. Yeah. Oh, that's a lot of material for us as well. The city hall. That's cute. See? Oh, there was something in the middle. Sì, c'era qualcosa in mezzo al
palco della
piazza.
musica, può essere?
Sì, sembrava un palco.
Perché
Nick, can you open back again the last picture, please? That's a cute one from the top. I wonder how they make it. How they made it.
Without drone.
L'hanno fatto con l'elicottero. Helicopter.
Maybe a balloon. This one?
You see, there is something on the right
Questo
side.
sai che cos'è? Allora,
È un palco della musica.
Il palco di San Giuseppe, questo dovrebbe essere dove sta
that's the stage of St. Joseph.
Potrebbe ci somiglia un po', però potrebbe essere anche qualche cosa.
Yeah, it looks like.
Which year should be this?
Il palco della musica lo mettevano.
Maybe there is written
in the back.
No, ma
quello che mi raccontava.
No, non c'è scritto che anno era.
Go to Lentini if you can, Nick.
Sì, go back. You will see there are so many for Syracuse and Italy, Sicily.
Il fatto è che Carlentini non c'era un palco della musica come quello per esempio che c'era a Lentini, che era early, c'era ma il ferro battuto.
Look at that. The cars, they could park in the middle of the square.
Perché i veri palchi della musica, come c'è a Catania e come c'era a Lentini, erano proprio in ferro battuto.
Sì, come c'è anche a Scicli.
Esatto, erano proprio stanziali. Io questa struttura a Carlentini non l'ho mai vista.
Il Gorgia.
Sono cose di che mi raccontava mia nonna, per cui figurati quanti anni fa. Ma
I don't remember, but I think that that big tower doesn't exist anymore. Io questa alta torre del...
Ma è Vercelli, ragazzi, è Vercelli, non Lentini.
Vercelli School.
È Vercelli.
Sì, infatti stavo guardando.
C'è stato qualche errore qua.
Ah, infatti.
I was wondering,
Ma magari perché di Galata?
Pensavo che magari fosse... Pensavo che magari fosse crollata magari col terremoto del 90, magari prima nel 58 c'era sta torre più alta, però no. Questo è l'inizio di via
Tratto della via
Conti-Lime?
Garibaldi. Via Garibaldi.
Via Garibaldi.
Tratto della via
via
Garibaldi.
Garibaldi.
E qual è questo?
Section.
Sì.
È accanto alla chiesa, forse.
Ma tutte queste casuzze che si vedono tutte arrampicate là, come si fa a essere in via Garibaldi lì? Forse dove c'è l'amore,
Questa è la via Garibaldi che ti porta in piazza poi. Quella a sinistra è Sant'Affio. Qua praticamente in quel corner lì dove c'era l'Upim.
C'era l'Upim, esatto.
Ah, bravo,
Quindi
Salvo.
the picture is taken from Piazza Raffaello.
On the left, that's where we went at the Ottica Cimino. L'Ottica Cimino è quella che c'è lì a sinistra, cioè quella che ora c'è.
The man with the white jacket is leaning on.
E lì dove c'è la freccetta lui adesso c'è amore. Ho capito.
According to Nuccio Costa, via Garibaldi is
è vero, io ripresa dall'altra parte.
You see the price is at 70 euros probably because it is
praticamente questa qua sulla sinistra
written on the back.
Questa sulla sinistra all'angolo dovrebbe essere la farmacia giudice dei parenti di Pedro, quello dove adesso c'è la farmacia giudice, giusto? Sbaglio?
Sì, ma ora c'è l'Upim, ma I have never seen a via Garibaldi in this way.
L'Upim era a destra, questo è vecchissimo. Che anno era?
No, there isn't written there.
Quelle, well, I did a lot of research of images of the early 20th century in Lentini, and actually I had never seen these, but it seems to between the 20s and the 30s.
Sarà tra i anni 20 e gli anni 30.
Scusa, c'era quel bel palazzo che poi hanno demolito.
No, è quello per fare la UPIM.
Appunto, voglio dire, ma c'era un palazzo bellissimo.
E quello ancora c'è dove c'è amore, solo che non si vede più come prima. Bravo, Salvo, non l'avevo... Infatti dicevo, ma tutte queste casupole...
Santa Maria Vecchia.
Ah, questa è Santa Maria Vecchia, dove c'è la chiesa là sopra della...
Piazza Oberdon, sì.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Nick.
Yeah.
I just have one question in case somebody else on the call would have input for me. The question I was asking you is, I thought a long time ago, one of the initial calls, we talked about a website or somewhere to go where the very, very old records could potentially be found. For example, civil records didn't exist before 1809. So I thought at that time the site was something back to Rome, and maybe the documents were in Latin. Does anybody else remember a site or a discussion around that?
The only thing
the only
thing that occurred to me was Italian parishrecords.org.
Yeah, I tried that. They only go to 1800, or I couldn't find anything before 1809 there either.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sorry, the reason for that is because the recording started in, I think, 1804 with Napoleon. So but before that, everybody was recorded into the parish houses. So that might be a reason why.
Yeah, because it did say to go back to the church records, but I thought at one time someone talked about a copy of those would be in Rome.
Oh.
But I'm not sure. I'm a little uncomfortable saying that, and I could have misunderstood what I thought I heard too. So I was just curious. I'm looking for some records in the late 1700s, and I can't find a place to go find them without obviously hiring someone to go through the church records.
Yeah, unfortunately, this might be the only way for you. Just go through church records. There will be no. First of all, Italy did not exist, before 1861. But as I said, the record started in early 1800 for a reason. So before that, we just church records for everybody in Europe, basically.
Okay. I thought I'd give it a try because I just remember talking about they would be in Latin and.
No, I don't think they'll be Latin, but the only, as you correctly said, it's only church records before the date. Anyway, before 1804, I think it was when the civil code was introduced across Europe.
They called you Susie. Come over here and say hi to my group.
Hi, is the little princess our future?
Ciao.
Ciao Bella, come stai? How are you?
She looks excited, Nick.
Yeah. Are you ready to go to Sicily?
Yeah.
All right.
She said yes. Are you ready to have the best gelato of your life?
Yeah.
And brioche,
and you will. Chris, she tried the 4 per day, so she can tell you, she can give you some tip. Yeah, we had fun. Yeah, I think we have to do a gelato challenge next time. We will make our top 10.
And really,
oh, look at her, beautiful.
Young lady now.
Yeah. All right, we'll let you go enjoy her, Nick.
She's gonna
How long
start middle here soon.
Okay.
Bye, guys. Take care. Have a good week.
Bye.
I sent you some postcards about the Vinciatura as well.
All right.
Sheila, we never talk about that.
Ciao, ciao.
Okay.
I sent the postcard
Fred,
about Vinciatura in our chat on Facebook, so they will stay there. Because in this chat over here, when we close it, disappears everything. I don't like it.
You
I like
can
to
save
go
the chat.
You can download the chat log, and if somebody would volunteer to download
I know
it,
how to do it, but then I have to paste, copy and paste it somewhere. I don't know. Ciao, Genia. Enjoy. Grazie per essere stata con noi stasera.
Bye bye.
Ciao Silvana, buonanotte.
Buonanotte
a
ragazzi.
tutti.
Buonanotte.
Ciao.
Ciao a tutti.
Alla prossima.
Ciao a tutti.
Ciao ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.